Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another layout update where we have progressed quite significantly since the last. So without further ado, let's get into it. So we'll start off with the station end. What we've done is put the platform facing on now, so it now has a nice stone finish. It's just a Metcalf card brick texture. Which required me. I actually had to take up the ballast closest to it, obviously, then stick that down, then reballast it. So that was a little job and a half, but it looks nice now. And obviously, I've done a slightly darker grey finish along the edge of the platform to represent the slates that are there, just for the time being until I can actually get some sort of actual proper slate looking edging sort of stickers or cutouts, etc. So we've done that. We've also ballasted now the new section of track that we laid. So that's all ballasted now, and I've left this gap here, obviously, for the loading bay to go on. As I said in the last episode, I was going to make a trolling stage to go there, and that has now been done. I stretch built that out card. Again, a little bit of Metcalf brick paper, and obviously I've still got to touch it up around here. There's obviously a gap where I sliced out there, and obviously we will sort all that before the next layout update. But that's one of the more recent things that I've been doing, along with this. So this whole hill has had a modification. Obviously, if you watch the previous ones, that hill went all the way across to there. Now, I bought a tree online, did not realise how big said tree was. I wanted a nice big oak tree, and I did not realise how big it was. So when it came, I was like, that can't go on the hill because it would have stood way up. So I modified the hill, and this hill is actually kind of like a hill that was in a field where I grew up in the countryside, that at the end of a field, it had just a big old mound right in the top corner, with some trees dotted around. So my next plan will be to get some slightly smaller trees to put here. But the reason I wanted a tree here is to block viewers from seeing the entrance to the fiddle yard. And I think it does a perfect job of that. And also along the bottom there, stay in focus, I've put some actual dirt from the garden that's been dried out completely and then properly stuck down everything there. So that's another major thing that I've done, along with actually putting the fascia along the front now, to tidy that up. I was fed up with seeing the bare baseboard underneath. Obviously, I've still got to paint these boards. I've now actually fully put the fiddle yard board on that now covers it. And in the fiddle yard, I've actually added another point so that I can have two roads in the fiddle yard. And that's because, leading back to the previous update, I obviously want to put a signal, which I've now decided is going to go here. And this piece of track now can become dead. So I can have a train in the station waiting to go, or I can have a goods train in the goods line ready to go, and still have another train come in, hence the purpose of the signal. And that's why I needed a two-road fiddle yard, so that I can constantly have two trains on the layout itself, waiting obviously to come in and out. It makes everything a lot easier, and just for the purpose of the show, something is constantly running and not waiting for me to fiddle around and faff. Now, one thing that I have done that I didn't discuss in the last update is I have put a Pecco turntable motor on the bottom of my sector plate. So now the sector plate is all done via remote control. It's all motorized rather than a wire and tube method that was before, and it runs a hell of a lot smoother and lines up a lot better. So I'm really happy that worked. And I've bought these Hornby station lamps. Now what I'm actually going to do is, in a second, I'll cut the video there and then join you back once I've repainted these into the green of the station so that they match the area. And I'm going to repaint these green and show you where I'm going to fit them on the layout. And that will be another thing ticked off. And these may be replaced for actual working lights in the next coming months. I've got a couple of exhibitions to go to. As you know, you can always pick up goodies there, which will hopefully improve some things on the layout. But they were cheap, and the whole purpose of this layout is to be built on a budget. And I think they were about £7, I think. That's not too bad for 4. And obviously I'm going to repaint them and doctor them up. So that's just another thing done. So my main focus is now build the second. I got to put a piece of track in the fiddle yard for obviously the second road. I've got to build. I've got coming a little hut that's going to go here that will be used as a signal hut. So rather than a signal box, I wanted a signal just like sort of hut, as there's not many points and there's only one signal, and build obviously that as well and touch up the hills. So that's really kind of brought you guys up to speed. Like I said, I'm now going to go and do those lamps, and then when I come back, they'll be fitted, and we can I can show you if I've made progress on anything else by the time I've recorded that bit of video or not. So I will catch you in a second, guys. Right, we're back, and it's actually been a couple of days since I recorded the last section you just seen. As you can see, I have painted station lamps. However, when I went to put them on, I scaled them up to a person, and that to me is a little bit too small. Now, what I've actually done since is purchased some actual working LED lights, station lamps, etc. online, and they should be here tomorrow. I've recorded this, so I'm actually not going to bother. Now I've painted up all of those, I'm actually not going to bother using them, and I'm actually going to fit proper LED lights to the station. Excuse me. So that we actually have working lights on the station, which will be really nice, especially one this does to the shows throughout the back end of this year. So that'd be another nice thing on the layout to complete and keep you guys up to date with, and will look a lot more to scale than those. And it seems to me that what's missing is, get this in focus here, is a base on the end here. Like there should be like an extra couple of mil added onto that to bring it up to the height that it should be. They just look way too small. And I'm not going to fit something that I'm not happy with. So the way the working lights are gonna arrive, and we're able to get those on the layout and get those working, and I might even record whilst actually like soldering and fitting them up, etc. But that'll be another thing to look forward to, and another job ticked off the list. And I think I'm gonna convert one of them to like a work light here, and modify it so that it can go on the platform here, which is, as of today, is Monday, and I'm going to be working on building that today. I've got the parts, won't take me long, then I get that all sorted, and then from there we'll have a little loading dock there. So then the only thing really outstanding will be that ground hut. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm glad you enjoyed. If you have, remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Everything helps, and I'll be back before the end of this week to bring an update on where we're at with the lighting of station lights and the goods platform light. So cheers, thanks again everybody, I'll catch you later. Bye for now.